Welcome, and today something a little bit different. It's third party face off. And today we are bringing you City Commander and Mebsuta. Which one is better? Yes, I just got my Mebsuta today, and I've had my City Commander for a week or two. And I wanted to get both these armour sets to do a comparison between the two, because nobody on YouTube, whenever they've reviewed either City Commander or Mebsuta, neither has done a direct comparison with the other armour set. I mean, they're basically the same thing. They are, you know, an add-on, third-party add-on armour set that you put onto an existing character to make it bigger. Job's a good one. Anyway, yes. Now, like I said, I just got my Mebsuta today, and I've got my City Commander. Both these toys have issues. Now, this is probably just my toys, because other people's toys might be alright. I will go into them individually, but this is not a review of the individual toys. This is a direct comparison between these two figures to see basically which one's better. So, let's start with City Commander. Now, this one's been around for a good few years and is very, very popular. It is an add-on kit for the Classic Ultra Magnus, and a very good one it is too. Unfortunately, this particular toy has got one major drawback, and that is it's a fake. It's a knockoff. I was under the impression that when I bought this off eBay the other week that I was buying a genuine original issue 2008 City Commander. The box looked all original, it was sealed and everything. But when I came to put it on my Classics Magnus, nothing fitted. There's loads of floppy bits, like these bits here, floppy. These bits on the back here, they're all floppy, look. That doesn't peg in properly, that one does, that one doesn't. The arms and the shoulder armours, I've had to do a fix on them because they just would not stay on. They were all loose, they were wobbling around, they wouldn't hold into place. But thanks to John Garanger, or however you pronounce his name, he had a nice little tip on his review of his knockoff City Commander armour set, where he inserted some little plastic plates, glued some little plastic plates inside the armour pieces, and it made them fit on. So I got some 0.5mm plastic card rectangles, and I glued them inside the arms, and now the arms fit on securely, and the shoulders as well. But that doesn't cure the other issues. It's got a few sort of paint blemishes. You can probably where is it? You probably see there's a bit of a paint blemish there. There's scuff marks on it. There's a scuff mark on there which you probably can't see. There's bits on the back of his legs where there's been rough cut off the sprue. There's quite a bad one there. And yeah, so that has somewhat. And the other bit is this flip down number plate bit. It jams. It won't go all up. It won't flip down properly. So yeah, it has tainted my opinion of this particular set. I wasn't as impressed with it when I found out it was a fake. Because if I wanted to buy a fake, I'd have gone on eBay. I'd have bought one of the overtly knockoff sets for like 25-30 quid, done the fixes on it, and I'd have been happy. I thought this was an original kit. It's not an original kit. I paid like 60 quid for this, so basically I've wasted 30 quid on a fake. So yeah, it's pissed me off. But anyway, a quick look at City Commander. He's quite bulky. He's got a lot of bulk in his arms and his shoulders and his legs. These do hinder his articulation a little bit, especially these arm pieces, because when you move his arms, they sometimes clout on the wheels at the back. obviously, and his legs also sort of get in the way. So he has got articulation. I mean, he's got a waist swivel. He's got, but as you can see, it hits the legs go in and out, and he's got bicep swivels and thigh swivels. Now the arms don't go out that far because again the armour hits. So yeah, another bit that's a bit loose on mine is this flap here. That doesn't peg in properly. So he is a bit restricted in his movements. His proportions, obviously, he's got very chunky legs. He's got quite a short, narrow body, massive shoulders and massive forearms. But size-wise, he's pretty big. Where's the inches? There's the inches. So he's what? What's that? That's about 8 inches tall. But you know, all the little issues aside that I've got with my particular one, it's a nice little add-on. It certainly gives him a buttload more presence. You know, when he's standing on your shelf, he just looks amazing. And obviously there's a repro label set that can just put a load of stickers on him to bring out his his aesthetics even more. Well, that's a quick look at City Commander. Now on to Mebsuta. Now I've only just got this guy today, and so far, for the most part, I'm quite impressed with him. But as I've been putting him together, putting the armour bits on for the Cybertron Magnus, who is inside this thing, a few issues have come to light. Now, this is a proper third-party one. This isn't a knockoff. This is a proper Transforming Toys, Pandora's Box PB01 Mebsuta armour kit. There's a few QC issues on it. Now, the waist piece that's in here, the original one that you get on the Fall of Cybertron Magnus, they give you they've made a replacement one that's been beefed up because they thought that the original one wouldn't be man enough to take the extra weight of all the legs and the torso sort of swinging off it. So they made you a new one. So I've put that on, and the ball joints, they were okay for a bit, but now the ball joints have gone all loose. And I've only moved them about 5 or 6 times and they've gone all loose. Now, this arm here, is it that arm? Yeah. This arm here is a bit loose as well. So there's a few joints that have very rapidly worn out, which is a bit of a worry. Now, aesthetic wise, he's got really long legs. Very long legs. Quite a lot of bulk in his lower calves. Upper thighs are a lot slimmer. He's got quite a short torso, but it's a lot wider because of these shoulder pieces here that bulk out his shoulders. His arms are a lot thinner, a lot skinnier as a result. But overall, he's a lot wider than City Commander. He is actually quite a bit wider. Now, articulation. Again, it's got nice stiff ball joints on the shoulders. It's got an extra joint that allows the shoulders to go out like that. Got double jointed elbows and a swivel. He's got a waist joint, And then he's got ball jointed hips that go most of the way forward before the armour pieces start clouting his waist. And they don't go that far out because again they're hitting pieces of the armour. It's got 5 swivel, and it's got a clicky knees and ball jointed toesies. Now the biggest issue I've got with this is the ball jointed hips are just ridiculously loose. Oh, that's the other one that's fell off. Yeah, and there's a couple of pieces on this that weren't properly glued together, which is a bit weird. Especially on this waist piece, there's 2 clips which you push into the sides, which clip onto the existing waist piece, and as you just probably saw, this bit's just fell off. They weren't glued on. There's another bit that's not glued on, this bit here. Now I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that. I think you can take it off and add it to the weapons to make the weapons, beef the weapons up. But me thinks that's supposed to be glued into there. I mean, head's on a ball joint. Goes any which way you want. What's its one again is on a ball joint and moves around a fair bit. The City Commander's head. The only bit I don't like about this figure is the fact that he's got Magnus's robot fists hanging off the back of his backpack. You can sort of turn them sideways so that they don't show up facing forwards. He has got a few bits you can do with his helmet to make it look different. You can have it antennas up, antennas down. You can have flip them around so he's got the blue bits up or the white bits up, and he's got a face plate. He has got storage for some of his accessories in his legs, as you see there. Where's that gone? You can store the extra accessories in his legs, and there's a storage space in his backpack as well for the faceplate. The faceplate doesn't look that good. So yeah, my issue with this is the fact that it's got these floppy joints. I mean, that is ridiculous, and that's supposed to be a brand new add-on waist section with brand new ball joints, and it's straight away it's gone floppy. There's a fix for that. I will have a go at it when I get some nail varnish or some more super glue. I'll have a go at tightening them up. But you cannot stand him up because he's so back heavy. He just falls over like that. And there goes the waist joint. Fell off again. So yeah, I've just got a few issues with this guy as well. So it swings and roundabout. City Commander's fake, and this guy's all got QC floppy joint issues. But which one is best? Personally, when you're talking aesthetic, I like Mebsuta better. He's certainly got a bit better articulation because his joints aren't so bulky. He hasn't got so much restriction of movement when you're going to move him. And I've seen some pictures of him in some pretty amazing poses. I mean, his feet go every which way, but every which way you want. And he's got a double knee because you've got Magnus's knee, and then you've got Mebsuta's knee. So you can get his knees right up there. Just a shame that at the moment he can't stand up because he just does that. And because of the weight of his backpack, he just falls straight over. So, face off. Yeah, if you're thinking of getting either of these, they're both decent buys. City Commander, especially if it's an original one, a great set. Mebsuta's a great set as well, but just got a few QC issues on the joints, which again can be fixed. I mean, I've had to do a number of fixes on this joint, and I ain't quite finished with this guy because I want to try and fix some of these flappy joints as well. And this one's going to need fixing too. So I don't know what you're expecting with this video. It's just a quick comparison between the two, because like I said, I've never seen anybody on YouTube put these two up and say, here you go, that's how big he is. I mean, size wise, Mebsuta just edges him. He's about ½ an inch taller than City Commander when you put him on a flat surface. The most amazing thing about Mebsuta is the fact that Mebsuta beefs up a deluxe toy, whereas City Commander is an armour set for a Voyager, and they end up with something that's roughly the same size. I mean, look at this. Obviously I've done a photo composite on that to image, but you've got for the Cybertron Magnus next to Mebsuta. Look at the size difference, he's twice as big. So in that respect, you know, Mebsuta is a triumph of engineering in getting... I mean, let's face it, these things aren't Voyagers, these are ultra scale. You want to prove a point? Armada Megs, he's an ultra. Mebsuta, he's actually taller at the shoulder. State. And also, you put him next to City Commander as well. So if you call them Voyagers, no, call them Ultras. Ultras is a scale that's basically obsolete these days. Nobody ever calls anything Ultra, but I think the Ultra scale is still alive and kicking. And these guys are proof of that. So yeah, just a little look at these two armour sets. Mebsuta and City Commander. Different, but interesting all the same. So that's all for now. I have got some more Construct bots coming, some more Construct bot Dinobots coming from Big Bad Toy Store. When I get them, I think I'm going to do a V-build video, because a few people have been doing V-builds. I mean, internet personality Evangelist is always doing V-builds. I noticed, you know, Dave Shot and Junk Eat Dave did a V-build with Star Wars Lego set, and Wasp Shot 23 Ben has been doing V-build with these new Bionicle figures. So I think I'm going to have a go at doing a V-build video. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. Hopefully they'll arrive later this week or early next week. And that should be the next video you see from my channel. But for now, bye-bye.